Hey, how you guys doing today? This looked much brighter before I turned this shit on. Um, I don't know. It's a lot. I be trying to be on here, but really sometimes it just doesn't pan out that way because my personal life just overtakes everything else. So I get on here when I can. And for those of you that I owe readings to, I'm sorry, and I will get to it. I just have to put things on pause sometimes so I could deal with life. Yeah, so let's start the reading. You know, the reading's interchangeable. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It can be you or someone in your energetic field, and we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us, all right? So, I believe that's everything, and when I do this, I do it for the highest healing and for those who need to hear the messages the most. So if it does not resonate, don't force it. The more you're on here with me, the more I'll pick up on your energies. So yeah, let me begin. Now, some of you are hopeful that you can change a person, and that's, you know, it's kind of false hope. You can't change people. You can't change who people are or who they choose to be or make them become something that they're not. You know, we all have a choice to operate as our lower selves or as our higher selves. And sadly, a lot of us will always choose to operate at our lower selves, you know, and it's not so much because we're bad, it's a bad thing. Leis, ¿cómo está? Ay, gracias. It's not that it's a bad thing, you know, because it's necessary. Sometimes we need our lower selves for certain situations, you know. It's not like, hey, you know, it does serve a purpose, but when you've been damaged and when you've been through so many things and you've been constantly hurt over and over again, people tend to just continue to operate at that frequency instead of healing the pain, dealing with the pain, and getting out of that pain and moving into the higher vibrations, you know. So if you're in a relationship or you have friends, you know, parents, whoever it is that you have in your life that you're like, you're trying to force them or get them to be to be something different, you have to understand you can't do that, okay? Just like you're accountable for your healing, I'm accountable for my own healing, and everybody's accountable for their own shit. You know, I've tried. I've cried, I've begged, I've pleaded, I've done everything under the damn sun I can do. Hi, Vicky. Oh, thank you. They're cute. I got them in Salem. So, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, it truly doesn't. Because if that person is not ready to change, they're not ready to change their actions or operate from their higher selves, you're just going to stress yourself out. You're going to drive yourself crazy, hoping and wishing that something's going to change. And ultimately, the only thing that can change is you. You have to remove yourself from the situation. You have to decide that you deserve better. You have to decide that this is what it is and take it as what it is instead of trying to force and do something different, okay? Because some of you are so stressed out that you don't even realize that you're giving all of your energy to this and hoping for a different outcome. And it's not going to happen until that person is ready to give you that outcome or do it for themselves, you know. So save your breath, save your time, save your energy, you know. And it's heartbreaking because I know we love people so much and we just want them to be better, but we cannot force that on other people, okay? If they're not ready, then they're not ready. You know, you don't know what their life has been. You don't know where they're at and if they're ready to even face their own shit to become a better person, okay? Sometimes that's scary in itself and people are not ready for that. So you have to be willing to accept that and do what's best for you, even if it's painful and it's going to break your heart, okay? I know it sucks, but I'm sorry. Now, Cancer is coming through here. Some of you have some financial issues going on, or you're going to have some expenses coming up. Be careful how you're spending your money. You know, if you don't absolutely have to eat out, you don't have to buy $1,000 worth of gifts for Christmas. You know, you don't have to buy 10 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Try to just be careful how you're spending your money. Hi, Khalil. Hi, Aknal. How are you? Hey, Brittany. Thank you. Yeah, I don't wear them a lot. They're kind of heavy. But yeah, so make sure that you're exercising self-discipline when it comes to spending. You know, they drop new shoes every damn week, or we always want the newest and the bestest of everything, and sometimes it's not financially responsible for us to go and do those things. So just take heed, okay? Because it might not even be right now. It might be later on that some expenses might pop up for you that you would be like, damn it, I just spent the money on this. So pay attention, and if you don't really need it right now, don't spend it. Oh, well, thank you, Vicky, and I'm sorry because some of these messages make me sad. You know, and for some of you that have been really like, I want to say hermit mode, like kind of just stuck and not really wanting to put yourself out there, not really wanting to open up to people and just be open to what's coming. You know, because sometimes when you step out, you get a lot of attention that you're not ready for, or just a lot of situations that hit you all at one time and you want to go back into your shell. You know, you have to step out, you have to start socializing, you have to start meeting new people and, you know, doing the things that you don't normally do. Tripeando, ¿cómo está? Girl, Amber, I feel like you and I are in the same boat. Some wild ass shit happening right now. I resonated entirely too much with that comment. She said, I'm just riding this wave in my raft with no oars. So, just so y'all know. But yeah, you know, it's important. Try to step out of your comfort zone. And that's something that's difficult for me because I'm very introverted, you know, and when I'm going through my own shit, I really just go through my own shit. I don't like dragging people into it. So, you know, sometimes you have to step out, reach out to people. You know, I should take my own advice, but now there's something going on where either you're dealing with somebody or there's a situation that's pretty much going to be coming to a head. So if there's been some type of negotiations that are happening, either legalities or in a relationship where you're like, we're going to stay together, we're not going to stay together, whatever the situation is, there's going to be something that's going to come out. Whether it's a confession, whether it's something you've been waiting to hear, something's going to come out. But also be careful because however this information comes about, it might just be blurted out. It might be in a fashion where it's really unexpected. So try to prepare yourself if you feel like there's something that you've been looking for and you haven't gotten the answer and you've been waiting for it. Try to get your mind ready for that because there's going to be some type of reveal. Tripeando, I am scared. And I know I've been like, I need to talk to you and I will get to you. I got you, Omar. I just been on pause because my life's been hitting me left and fucking right. Then left and right hooks every time I turn around. Yeah, so whatever this is, and this could be someone that you haven't spoken to or you haven't heard from in a while, okay? But it's, there's something in regards to either you had hopes and wishes with this person or that there was something bigger that you wanted to create or that you wanted to happen. And it's like whatever it is that you've been envisioning or trying to create or trying to manifest, it hasn't really been working out for you and you feel like your dreams are just kind of getting blown up in your face. But understand that all of this is serving a purpose, okay? Stay devoted to your path. Stay devoted to that fresh start that you're going towards. Hi, Adam. How are you? Stay devoted to what it is that you're trying to go towards, you know. And for those of you that are numbing, I get it. I get it. You know, I'm not mad at you because there's days when you're just like, fuck this shit. I need to drink. I need to smoke. I need to fucking not lose my mind right now. You know, just try to do it in moderation. Try to step it back a little bit so that you're not just completely drunk or fucking high out of your mind, that you're not functioning and you're not doing what you need to do. So just try to pace yourself with that, okay? And stay devoted to your path because that is the path to happiness. That is going to bring you the joy that you're looking for, you know. And it's not always a bad thing when things don't work out and things blow up in our faces, because who knows what would have happened if we continued down that path. Who knows how things would have worked out, you know. And whatever this is, if it didn't work out, you're going down another path that is going to serve you better, okay? I know it's probably not what you want to hear right now, you know, because there's times where I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of this game. This is not fun for me. So please just believe me that it does serve a purpose. You know, even though you don't see it now, it does, because there's something that's being changed around for you right now. So if you literally had everything set and then it fell apart at the end, there was a reason for it. So don't take it on too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it, but it serves a purpose. Now, for those of you that are dealing with relationship situations, there is a reconciliation coming for some of you, for those of you that actually want to take this person back. But there is something that is like a barrier, something that is hard for you guys to get past. It's either the programming that we had growing up, personal beliefs, you know, everybody has the societal beliefs, things that we're like, this is okay, this is not okay. And for others, it might even be as far as religion, if you guys have completely different backgrounds and beliefs. Tripeando, it depends on what resonates with you, man. I'm hoping something, I'm like, we need to talk, because your shit is crazy. So, you know, if it's a religious difference that you guys have, whatever it is, you know, it's easy to find common ground, okay? If you focus on the differences and what's not right and what keeps you apart, then that's what's going to keep happening. You have to try to find commonality in whatever situation you're dealing with, okay? So if it is a different background, if you do have different beliefs, if you were brought up differently, try to find commonalities, because that'll help you guys to get in sync better, okay? And for some of you, you guys might be going away together somewhere, getting away like a little vacation, or you might just go away by yourself, however that works for you. But they're saying that this person that's coming in is your life partner. This is the person that is meant for you for forever. All right. And obviously this isn't for everybody, because some of us aren't looking for shit. So you take it how it resonates. If you know that the person coming back to you is your person, then you know this, okay? But you have to be open to receiving that love and believe that you are lovable, because if you're not loving yourself and you feel like this is never going to happen, then that's what you're manifesting, okay? So you have to be very clear and decisive about your intention, because they're showing like you have to have that. You can't be like, I really want this situation, but at the same time it's like dragging ass and it's not happening, or it's not happening the way you want it to happen. You know, so you're maybe shifting focus. Try to refocus back on what it is that your heart really wants, okay? You have to be complete in your mind, body, spirit. Everything has to be focused towards what it is that you want to go for. Because when you're not, you know, your mind can't be over here and your heart over here and your spirit here, because you're scattered and you're not giving your whole attention into what it is that you want. So you have to really think about it and sit with it, okay? Because some of you are so worried about what other people think of you or how other people view you. And I don't really believe that that's really fucking important, because I personally don't give a fuck what people think of me. I'm okay with people not even liking me. It's just, it is what it is. That's how I grew up. So you really have to sit there and see why this matters to you. You know, do you really care what people think of you? And why do you feel the need to carry that? You know, other people's opinions are literally just that. It is their opinion. And it says more about them than it says about you. So see where you're at in that and why that weighs so heavily on you, okay? Because you're not what people think you are. You are who you choose to be. And what you choose to be is who you are. You know, there's really nothing outside of that. Everybody has their own perception and beliefs. So you have to make sure that you're not spreading yourself too thin, and you're staying grounded and staying balanced in what it is that you're trying to manifest on the physical and on the spiritual realm, you know, because everything manifests faster spiritually than it does on the 3D. So when we're in the 3D and we're like, why isn't this happening? Check your energy, see where you're at, see if your vibration is down, you know, find out what it is that's out of whack so that you could put it back together. And if you feel like you're at the end of your rope and you're like, I'm sick of this, I can't do this anymore, you can. Okay, you can. I know. I'm right there with ya. I'm tired. I'm like, fuck this shit. I feel your pain. So, but you are. Your ancestors are with you. You know, call them in. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. They are there. And for some of you, there's music that's involved. So whether you write music or there's songs that you keep hearing, there are messages in the songs. So please pay attention to it. I say this a lot, but literally there's times that I've gotten in my car and every damn station had the same fucking song on. And I'm just like, okay, I'll listen. Like, I got you. I'm gonna pay attention. So see, when things like that happen, please write the name down if you don't have time, whatever, but listen to it at some point so you can actually take it in. All right. And for some of you, music will awaken you and it'll give you the energy that you need. You know, don't put some sad, depressing shit on though. Put something that's going to energize you, that makes you feel happy. So it'll get you out of the funk that you're in. All right. And always trust your heart. You know, I know sometimes people with good hearts, we get the shitty end of the stick because, you know, the other people take advantage of that. Always believe, you know, that I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart. I'm operating from a good space, and it will come back to you tenfold. It may not be from the people that you give it to, but it does find its way back to you. So always operate from that space, okay? And some of you really need to just sit with yourself and see where your heart is pulling you, because if this is something that's a romantic situation, it's easy for us to get distracted, you know, because we'll be like, oh, this person's pretty, so I'm going to go towards that person, or this person's this. But in your heart, you feel with everything that you know who your person is, because that you're like, this is my person. There is no doubt in my mind. I know this is my person. Stay focused with that, okay? Don't get distracted by somebody else who's, yeah, maybe they're almost everything, but they're not everything that you want, okay? So you really have to sit with yourself and decide, am I going to settle, or am I really going after what it is that I want, okay? Because a lot of us settle in life, and then later on down the road, say 10 years, you're just like, damn, I wish I would have fucking left this 10 years ago. You know at the beginning of a relationship whether or not it's for you. We just ignore the signs. We ignore that this is right, this is not right. We ignore this, you know, because we want something, or we want someone so bad that we just sit there and we settle. Don't do that, okay? Really, is this really what I want? Does this person fulfill my important check boxes? And if it's a no, even if it's a little bit, don't do that, okay? Make sure you're doing what you want to do with who you want to do it with. All right. And again, they're telling you guys to connect. So again, there's reconciliation. If this is a person you haven't seen and you don't know how it's going to go and you're worried about it, give them a chance, give them an opportunity, even if it's just to, like, a final conversation, a last goodbye, whatever it is. You know, sometimes it's necessary to absolutely close out a chapter before you move forward. You know, like for me, I've had so many fucking people come up in the past couple weeks that I can't wrap my mind around it. And a lot of it for me is just closure and seeing where I've been and how I've overcome all of this and how I'm not in that place anymore. So really sit with yourself. And, you know, if this is that, then see. Maybe you just need a conversation, some clarity, and it'll be okay, all right? Now, some of you either... I'm trying to find the right words. You know, ignorance is bliss. I'm trying to find the words that I'm looking for, though, because sometimes you may think that you're smarter or you know more than you know, or you're not fully aware of the things that you should know, if that makes any type of sense, okay? Because sometimes, you know, it's a blessing that we don't know as much as we need to know, because then you're going to be stressed out. But for those of you that you feel like you know more than you do, that's going to get you in a bad, sticky place, okay? Because it's like you're trying to do something that is, in a sense, manipulative, all right? So don't try to manipulate people. Don't try to do that, because while you may think that you're fully aware or you have the upper hand in the situation, it may quickly change. So be careful if this is what you're doing, okay? Because they're showing that there's some type of toxic relationship that you're dealing with. Now, when it doesn't have to be relationship. When I say this, it could be any type of relationship. It could be fucking parents, friends, fucking work people, whatever it is, okay? But understand, whatever this is, there's someone that either feels like they have the upper hand or someone that's just not very knowledgeable in what's going on. So if you're not very knowledgeable, please get more information. And if you feel you have the upper hand, go back and check whatever it is you have going on, because something's not adding up here. Now, if you've been receiving messages from an ex that you know is not good for you, that was toxic as fuck for you, that abused you, that used you, that did God knows what to you, please be smart, okay? Because you don't know what their goal is or what's driving them to connect with you, or, you know, whatever that is. So just be careful, because again, the toxic relationship is what's here right now. So just be smart in dealing with these people, because everyone does not have a good heart and everyone does not have their nice soul. Tripeando. Listen, man, what's today? I'm gonna call you. I don't know what day, either today or tomorrow, but I'm gonna call you so we can get this resolved for you. But yeah, You have to let go of the toxicity. When you're holding on to toxic relationships, you're keeping yourself at a lower vibration. You're allowing more toxicity to come in because that's what you're sending out to the universe. So you need to let that go and be grateful for the things that you have, the people that you have, even the toxic ass relationships that you've had. Be grateful for them because they taught you something about yourself. They helped you set boundaries within your life. They helped you become the person you are today. Okay, so just because somebody comes back from the past and you guys ended it or whatever it was, if it wasn't a good relationship, don't feel like, oh, they're coming back and I have to be with them. No, there's something that needs to be resolved, okay? Sometimes it's just karma, some things that need to be cleared out so that way you can proceed forward. Allow that to happen. Don't feel like I need to rekindle a relationship. But appreciate those people because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't know, what you're not going to deal with anymore. You wouldn't know what you really want in somebody else. All right, so just be careful with whoever that is that's messaging you because, again, relationships are coming out. And if there's a new partnership that's coming about, allow time to happen, allow nature to take its course because sometimes we meet people and it's just like an instant connection and you want to rush into it. And sometimes it's not good. I mean, I've rushed into relationships and they usually turned out to be shit later on. I don't know if that's for everybody, but for me, definitely. And it's like you have to try something different. So don't feel like if you don't rush into it, it's not going to work out because what's meant for you is always going to be meant for you. And if this is a person that's meant for you, then taking your time shouldn't really be a big deal. They should still be there for you and still want the relationship, okay? For others of you, you need to go out into nature, go out and take walks because there's something to do with your health. Either maybe you're not getting enough sun, you're not, enough vitamin D. You need to have air. You need to walk outside for meditation, just for your fucking sanity, get some fresh air. But whatever it is, make sure you're dealing with that. And if you haven't been to the doctor, you've been ill or having some situations going on, go get that checked out, okay? Now, there's some of you that have... I laugh because this comes out a lot sometimes where it's like you're not believing the synchronicities. Like, it's like spirits showing you, and you just want more proof. And even in the proof, you still want more proof. So however that is, understand when you're getting the synchronicities, when you're hearing the songs, when you're seeing this fucking same person's name everywhere, when you run into people and something reminds you of them, whatever it is, those are the messages. Those are the confirmations. That is what's happening. That is what's for you. Okay? Don't think that spirit's not, hey, they're talking to you, they're telling you. So pay attention to that, especially if you're seeing the same animals. Look them up because you'd be surprised at what the hell they mean. Now there's someone that is kind of in a place where they're not really moving because they feel bad or they have a lot of emotions, like they're up and down with their feelings and they're being guided to go in a certain direction, but they're not sure if they should go down that path, okay? Now, this is some lessons that have been learned or they're going towards learning lessons and it has a lot of shadow work. So if you've been coming out of a dark place, whatever it is that you've been working towards, and if you've had a lot of past shit coming up like I have, this is shadow work, go through it, see what it is that you learned from these relationships, see what it is that kept you resonating with these people, and see why you don't resonate with them anymore now. See where you're at now, because a lot of it is just look at where you are, see how far you've come. Because if you came from a place where, let's say, I was lacking self-worth, I was lacking self-love, I was lacking all of these things, so I allowed people to use me, I allowed people to abuse me, I allowed people to do so much shit to me that it put me in a very, very terrible place. Now it's different because now I'm at a place where it's like, no, we're not doing this. I will stop you dead in your tracks before you continue forward. So see where you've come, because it's not a let's reconcile. Sometimes it's just look at where you've come. Look at what you've been through. Look at how much you've learned. And look at how much you love yourself now that you don't allow people to do that shit to you. Okay? So really don't look at it as a bad thing. Just see where you're at with this, because a lot of this was shadow work that needed to be done, and you've been doing the work. So if you've been doing the work, these people, they're just showing you what you've overcome and how much you've accomplished, okay? Especially in the 5D. So as long as you keep manifesting and you keep doing your work, it's going to manifest in the 3D. Just believe it, okay? It's just taking a little bit of fucking time because apparently other energies have to get their shit together too. But they're saying whatever it is that you've been working towards, it's coming, okay? Your goal is coming, and be patient. And nobody wants to hear be patient because I'm sick of the fucking word patient. But you have to be patient, okay? And if there was some type of deception happening, or there could be some type of deception in the way someone is presenting themselves to you, time will tell all. This is why I tell everybody, give it time. Don't rush into situations, because we're quick to hop into a situation and want to do this and want to do that, and then you end up fucking yourself. Allow time, allow things to play out naturally, because the more you get to know people, the more you interact with people, the more you know about their entire lives, the more information you have to make an educated and informed decision. Don't make a half-assed decision on a fucking whim, because our feelings have us, oh, I'm so in love, and then in 2 months you fucking hate the same person. So be smart about the decisions you're making, especially when it's coming to new people and new romance, okay? But you have to, they're saying to trust, and it came out multiple times. So it's important to have faith in what it is that you want, and also have faith that there are still good people in the world, and that everyone is not shitty and is going to treat you bad or abuse you or use you or do any of the things that you've already been through. All right, especially if it is a new person that's coming in for you, just take your time. Like, I can't express it enough, because it's just take your time, okay? Because if someone is presenting themselves in a manner that's not really who they are, you're going to see it. But if you rush into it, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation that you're going to be like, fuck, I should have listened, okay? But understand, trust is very important, especially with dealing with a new individual that's coming into your life. But yeah, and if you haven't let go of a person that you need to let go of, this toxic person here, you have to let that individual go in order to be fully free from it and move forward into what it is that you're trying to go towards. You can't hold on to things from the past and try to manifest new things, because you're not clearing the space and you're not releasing the toxic energy that needs to be cleared. All right. And for some of you, it is just cleansing, clearing out the house that needs to happen. But, and again, so yeah, the universe is going to give you what it is that you need when you're ready to receive it. And by ready to receive it, it's you've cleared out that space. It's okay, I've let this relationship go. I let go of this house. I've let go of this vehicle. I've let go of whatever the hell needs to be let go of. Ay, tripeando. I don't mean to laugh, but man, your fucking situation. Acno, oh, thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, so please just be ready to receive, okay? Because we ask, but at the same time, we get in a place where we don't want to hurt other people's feelings. We feel bad because the decision we're making is going to force us to sacrifice. It's going to force us to have to hurt other people. And it's not because we deliberately want to be malicious and hurt people. It's because it's necessary for us to do what's best for us, for our highest good. So, I understand and I resonate greatly with this, but understand that you are also important and your feelings are just as valid as the other person that you're trying to protect. All right? Take that into account and do what's best for you and for everyone involved in the situation. And that there's no way around heartbreak. There's just no way, because there's always one person that wants to be there and the other person's like, this is not it, and it's the person that's more awakened that knows this is not it. All right, so you have to trust your intuition and however you're being guided to deal with the situation, trust that you're handling it in the best manner possible, okay? It might not be what somebody else believes you should be doing or how you should be doing it, but you do it to the best of your ability and how you feel is the best way for you to handle it for everyone involved, okay? Because everyone else doesn't share your feelings or your understanding. And sometimes you might need to alter the way you do things, your perception, your understanding, your mannerisms, maybe even the way you speak. If you come off a little bit more aggressive, try to dial it back a little bit when you're speaking and try to be more compassionate. And again, they want you to just be very, 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 very clear on what it is that you want, like your true desire and what it is that you're manifesting, because every time our thoughts go out, we're sending different things into the universe. So if I like Bob, and tomorrow I like Joe, and today I like Steve, you're saying, I want this, and I want this. And the universe is like, well, which person do you want? I don't know. But if your heart is with Steve, keep it with Steve, okay? Focus your intention on Steve. Even if Steve's getting on your fucking nerves right now, he'll act right at some point. Just focus on that, okay? Now, yeah, again, with the moderation, whatever it is that you have going on, if you've been eating unhealthy, if you've been over drinking, over smoking, if you're a sex addict, whatever, no judgments. I don't care. We all have our shit. Just try to dial it back a little bit and see what it is that you're trying to cope for, what you're overcompensating. Be like, okay, well, when I'm sad, I eat more. When I'm this, I do this. See what it is that's triggering those responses in you. And when you do that, you're able to kind of bring it back some, and you say, you know what, I am sad, but instead I'm going to go take a walk. I'm going to listen to some happy music, find a healthier outlet for it. And for some of you, you may have family or friends that's going through something right now, and they need your help, they need your support, and it could be just a total stranger that might need you at this moment in time. So please make yourself available. If you can make yourself, do that, because just a conversation goes a long way with people. You don't know what people have going on, especially if they're like me, where I just shut down and I don't talk to anyone. Reach out, have a conversation, because that shit goes a long way for people, especially if they have more suicidal tendencies. You want to have those conversations, all right? And the people that are in your life that are like that. And let's see. And back to what I said earlier. You have to be open to receiving love and support. And I say this a lot because I am definitely a very independent person. I'm a deal with my shit by myself type of person. And I have friends that are like, this bitch, I haven't talked to her in like 2 months. And, it's not that I don't love them. I just don't want to drag everybody into my bullshit, So if you're like that, you have to be open. You have to be receptive and allow people to help you. It's not allow people, because sometimes it just gets to a point where you've been shitted on so much, and even by the people you thought were going to be there for you weren't there for you, that you just get used to doing shit by yourself, and that's how a lot of people operate. So it's not a rejection to you, it's just that's how they function, So try to offer your love, try to offer your support. If that's the type of individual you're dealing with, just be a little bit more like, hey, I'm gonna fucking help you, like, take my fucking help. Sometimes you have to be that way. But whatever situations got you feeling really stuck and like you're not moving forward, trust your intuition and release it to the universe, okay? Because there's no point in stressing, there's no point in crying about it, because you can't change it. Whatever is happening at this fucking moment in time is happening at this moment in time, and you can't change it. And whatever is happening in the future, we don't know what that is. So you have to allow things to play out as they're meant to play out, because I have kids, so I can't sit there and stalk my kids all day on oh my God, you're going to break your fucking leg if you do this. No, because you're going to go nuts. I just be like, okay, when you break your fucking leg, let me know. We'll go to the doctor, because clearly you're not listening, Don't work yourself up and be crazy all day for nothing. Just let's see what happens. And try to find joy. Try to be joyous in whatever is happening in your life, especially if things aren't great right now. Try to find the little blessings, the little happy moments, and try to focus on that, And it's easier said than done, especially if things are really bad and life's just falling apart and you're just getting hit with shit after shit after shit. I understand entirely too fucking much right now. Still try to find a happy place. I like comedies, or I like fucking talking shit with friends, whatever it is, something that makes me laugh. Try to find that in somebody, whatever, find a happy place, hang out with people. Because they're showing there is a new beginning. Whatever this is coming to a completion. It was something that was karmic. So it was either a karmic partner, something that needed to be cleared, a lesson that you needed to learn. So whatever it is that's ending or recently ended, do not beat yourself up about it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like this is the end of my fucking life and I fucked away everything. Understand it served a purpose. There was a lesson for you to learn. So I'm hoping that you learned a lesson, all right? Don't look at it as a bad thing. And if you haven't figured out what the lesson was in it, please sit with it for a minute before you go on into new relationships or new situations. Okay, because for some of you it had to do with abundance, and abundance comes in many shapes or forms. But if it's financially, where you've been a person where you just splurge and you do this and you do that and you're not very responsible with money, sometimes we'll go through a time of lack just so that we learn to appreciate and be more responsible with the funds that we have, and we're allocating it appropriately. Okay, so that was for some people, not for everybody. But there is, again, a new beginning coming. That's what they keep saying. So whatever it is you've been working towards, it's happening, and it's going to happen very quickly. So don't be scared, all right? I know it gets scary when we're like, I want this, I want this, I want this, and you've been waiting, and then all of a sudden the shit just starts taking off like a fucking rocket, and you're like, wait. Now I'm scared. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be. That's literally how it happens. Stop doing that. Just allow, flow, go with the flow. Even if it scares the shit out of you, go with the flow of what's happening, okay? Because I promise you, it's going to serve your highest good. Even if you can't see it right now, even if you're scared shitless, it serves your highest good. That's true, Andrew. You can't let people steal your joy. They will have you fucked up in the game. Now, there might be somebody that you met online. There's some type of, I don't want to say affair. I mean, it could be an affair. It could just be, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a situationship. You're talking, you're messing with somebody, whatever it is, something that no one knows about, something that nobody's aware of. You know, it's a little download type of thing. And it's either you're just met them online, or there's something happening, or someone could just be watching you. But there's some type of intimate thing happening, okay? But there's someone that's really stuck in their head, because this situation does involve unconditional love. So maybe this is the person that's been coming back to you, or you guys are not really speaking about what's happening, or you're keeping it between yourselves. It's really fucking weird the way it looks. I'm sorry. But again, they're showing like some type of escapade, like an adventure, a getaway, something that's happening or has already happened. But it was like maybe you went away together on a little retreat, on a little vacation, or a little hotel stay, whatever it is. There's someone that's really focused on that, or keeps reliving it, or keeps thinking about it. But they're showing it is a twin flame situation. So if this is something that hasn't happened yet, or it is going to happen, this is your person. This is your forever person. So however this is for you, that's who this person is. So if you haven't talked to them and shit's been up and down and left and fucking right with them, and they're just not coming back, that is who your person is. So just take it how you want to take it and do what you want to do with it. I don't know everyone's specifics, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, for some of you, there is some type of alignment with people that are meant to be with you on your journey, people that are meant to be your tribe, that are meant to help you get through things and get to where you're meant to go. And for some of you, you are separating from family, people, friends, anyone that's not serving your highest good. All right, allow these people to fall away. Don't feel like, oh, I can't talk to my mother again, and I can't talk to my brother, or I can't. Don't feel that way. You know, sometimes it's necessary to allow these people to fall away, just to allow yourself to find a place of peace where you can be in the chaos and not allow it to change you. Okay, and that's a really strong place to be at, but it takes time to get there. And if you're already in the chaos, you gotta get out of that to find your peace, because you're not gonna find it in the middle of the shit, okay? Because you haven't practiced it enough to actually be there. Now, there is somebody that needs forgiveness. Either you need forgiveness, or you need to give forgiveness to someone else. And it's not for their benefit. You know, forgiveness is for you. All right. Whether you're giving or receiving it, you know, forgiveness is for you. You also have to forgive yourself if you fucked up, if you did something that caused a separation or caused this fucking union to take 20 years. Whatever it is, understand somebody is just really worried about being forgiven. So treat people as you would want to be treated. Don't hold things over people's heads. And don't make people feel any type of way that you wouldn't want to feel, you know, because we all fuck up. None of us are perfect. So it's like, okay, you know what? You did fuck up. Yeah, you did all these fucking terrible ass things. But at the same time, it was a learning experience for you. The twin flame journey is to awaken you. It's to show you the worst parts of you so that you can heal them. So don't be mad at this person, okay? I know it's easier said than done, but you can tell by your vibration, by your ascension, by what you've been going through, by your healing process, where you're at in this stage, you know. And if you're at a place where you understand the purpose of this union, the purpose of this journey, then you would have already forgiven them and you're not mad, and, you know, let that go. If you're not at a place to forgive people and you're still pissed off, this is not your reading. This is not your person. All right. So you have to go ahead and just allow these things to happen, because we're all here to learn, you know. And I know some people listen to me and I probably sound like I'm crazy, but the reality is, if we really approach life the way we approach school, we would be a lot less devastated, a lot less angry, a lot less depressed. We would be able to let go of things and relationships and people and move forward into what is best for us and what's going to bring us our happiness, as opposed to staying stuck on people and situations because of our attachments or codependencies. All right. You have to learn how to move like that, because when you start doing that, you're more open to the universe and you're receptive and you allow life to happen, and you're not mad and holding on to things that are going to only bring you down. All right, because whatever this is, you have a very strong chemistry with this individual. You guys are like magnetic with each other. You have very strong romantic feelings and a lot of passion between the both of you. But you have to make sure that you are in control of what you're doing and you're maintaining your boundaries, regardless if this is your person or not, because there were lessons that needed to be learned when you guys came into union, when you guys came together initially and you separated. You have to maintain that, okay? Maintain your independence and who you are and who you've become. And I don't give a fuck how much you love each other, how much anything. You maintain who you are and understand that just because this is your person and whatever happened and you may have already forgiven them for it, you're still able to express your emotion. You still need to be able to express that anger. If they made you feel angry, if they broke your heart, whatever it is, you have to still express these emotions. You can't just sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. So be comfortable and confident enough in yourself and speak your truth and tell people, listen, you know what? You did this and I've forgiven you for it, but I need clarity, I need understanding, and I need you to understand how this situation made me feel. And I need you to understand that I'm not going to be a part of this again. So it's either we're going to do this way or this is not going to happen at all. So be confident in yourself and speak your truth, okay? Don't allow the love, the passion, all of the fucking glitz and glamour to get to you, all right? You stand in your truth and in your power. And understand that it may not happen immediately the way you want, but allow time to take its time. Allow patience, okay? Be patient and allow things to happen. And they want you to focus on your blessings, because when we get so caught up in a situation, we don't see the bigger picture. Like right now, I have so much shit happening around me. Like I cannot see outside of the fucking chaos. I just can't. It's like I can see for everybody else, but for me, it's like I'm blind. So it's like sometimes you have to step outside of this to be able to see what's really happening. And when everything's falling apart, it's because something else is falling together, you know? And just really look at it like that, because it might look like a big fucking chaotic mess, but it's all serving a purpose, even if you don't see it or understand it right now. And again, forgiveness and compassion are the biggest thing in this. So whatever it is that happened between you and this other person or anyone in your life, please forgive, you know, forgive for you so that you're not holding on to this, and allow forgiveness, you know. And if you're the other person that hasn't let go or whatever, please, you know, allow the forgiveness to transpire, because this relationship is like none other. You will never experience this type of relationship ever again in your whole fucking existence, okay? Until your next lifetime. So this is your person, and understand whatever you've been through, you have to be comfortable enough to express that. So don't fear losing somebody, okay? If they are for you and they love you and that is who they are, they're going to have to swallow the shit and deal with it because they did it themselves, all right? So, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, this is a lot. If you guys have been trying to do something, some of you have been praying and trying to manifest, and some of you do do spell work in order to help your manifestations, whatever it is, you also have to put action behind that manifestation, okay? You have to put work in. So if you're an artist and you're just like, oh, well, I really want a mentor, I want this, I want that, put the work, put the action into that to make it happen. It's not just gonna just fall into your lap. Ideally, yes, but it's not gonna happen that way, because some of you have gifts that you need to share and you're not sharing your gifts. And, sometimes I'm a person, I learn. Like, I have so much shit that I've learned, it's insane. And I don't really use it. So if you're like that, start practicing, start using it. If you can go volunteer somewhere, then do that. If you can offer your services, then, hey, you know what? I don't mind sharing this with you, or just however, just offer your services to somebody and share your gifts, so that way you can practice and start getting better at it, but also help other people in the process, okay? And again, whatever it is, because I feel like this is more business stuff than relationship, take your time, all right? Like I said, well, if your life is crazy as shit right now, do step by step. Say, okay, you know what? I can't take a big fucking chunk out of everything right now, but you know what? Today I'm gonna make a list. Tomorrow I'm gonna call the first person on the list, or I'm gonna do the first set of paperwork, or whatever it is. Make a list and kind of chip away at it like that, so that way you're not so overwhelmed and consumed by everything that's going on, because that's really what it's like right now. It's just there's a lot, so you have to take it step by step and be patient, okay? Everything is going to manifest as it's meant to. You got to just stick it out. Right now it's like, really just stick it out. And I know it's hard and you don't want to hear that shit. And I'm sorry. But just try to hang in there. And I promise it's not going to be this way forever. It is going to get better, and, it's life. Life is fucking crazy. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fucked up. We just got to roll with the punches. Oh, thank you, Aknal. So those are your readings for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I truly, truly hope this gives you some form of assistance, guidance, clarity, whatever it is. I really hope you guys get something from this. And I will be back on here as soon as possible. Oh, wait, time out before I go. Maybe I should share it in the beginning of my video. But I had a dream. There was a woman named Olivia. Now, I don't know anyone by the name of Olivia. We were in a house. It was like a party. There was a gathering, some form of a gathering. And this was a slim woman, fair-skinned, long, straight black hair or brown hair. She was pretty, but she ended up dying from an overdose. But I don't feel like her family knew that she was using anything. And it was literally like, it felt like I was just talking to her in the dream, and then the next second she was gone. So it may be during that gathering or somewhere around this that's when that's going to transpire, or has. I'm not sure, but it's like, this is how they come in. I don't know. But for whoever that is, just be careful. If you know someone that matches that description, just be careful. All right. Yeah. So that's everything. Thank you guys. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.